Und da sind wir wieder. Willkommen zurück. Wir haben herausgefunden, was mit Molly passiert ist, beziehungsweise was Molly sich eingebildet hat, was mit ihr passiert ist. Jetzt gehen wir mal hier zum Fenster raus. Aber es ist wirklich traumhaft schön hier, ne?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Okay.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Okay. Wir gehen hier mal rein.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Okay.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Ein Maulwurfmann? Na, ich hoffe nicht. Okay.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
So, die Edie war also Künstlerin.
Her room was like a museum.
Das stimmt wohl. Hier haben wir Odin. Hier drüben war da auch noch was. Nein. Aber hier ist noch eine Tür. Ich würde sagen, wir gehen erstmal Sven und Edie. Kann man jetzt hier auch durchgucken? Na? Nein. Also in die andere Richtung geht's nicht. Okay. Dann schauen wir uns Odin an.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery.
Guck mal, die haben den Friedhof. Oder ist das Bild falsch, dass dieses Haus noch im Bau ist, während sie den Friedhof schon fertig haben?
His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Offensichtlich. Und offensichtlich sind die in irgendeiner Art und Weise verflucht oder sind auf jeden Fall sterben sehr früh. 1937 gebaut. Okay.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Okay.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Edie ist halt auch die Dame mit dem Rollstuhl. Das wissen wir schon. Dieses Haus auf dem Bild, was sie da gebaut haben, das, oder beziehungsweise das untergegangen ist, das sah irgendwie so aus wie dieses Haus, das wir vorhin im Zimmer gesehen haben.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Das. Oh mein
It
Gott.
was a pretty big trace.
Oh mein Gott. Oh. Das ist sehr pink. Okay. Hier ist verschlossen. Hier können wir auch nicht durchgucken. Das ist ja... ich komme gleich ganz durcheinander hier bei dem Pink. Wir sehen zu, dass wir schnell wegkommen. There's a secret in this bathroom. Es gibt ein Geheimnis in diesem Badezimmer.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Ach, komm. Nee. Was ist
Sven
das?
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Okay, es ist ein Entwicklungsstudio oder sowas. Ah, das pinkelt mal so. Ja, hier hängen auch die Fotos. Okay, wir gehen mal weiter. Milton. Okay, wo sind wir jetzt? Hier liegen Zigaretten. Vor Calvin. Okay, das ist also Calvins Bereich. Das ist vor Sam. Ach, das ist süß. Das ist ja cool. Das ist ja richtig cool. Drüben Space und hier eher so der Jäger. Okay.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Und das war dann wohl der gute Calvin. Wir gehen mal weiter.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Ach, wie cool. Das ist sehr geil. Das hätte ich auch gern. Calvin.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did.
Okay. Was muss ich hier machen? Schaukeln, ganz offensichtlich.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Okay.
I told him going around was impossible.
Oh nein.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh Mann.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh nein.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Er ist also von der Schaukel runtergestürzt.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Mit 11 Jahren. Okay. Ja, er wollte fliegen, ja. Okay.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Mhm. Das haben wir ja gerade weggemacht, genau. Da kommen wir her.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Tja. Nee. Wie cool. Dieses Haus ist komplett irre.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay, hier gehen wir raus. Hier auch. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, was sinnvoller ist. Wir machen das hier mal auf. Aber wir kriechen, glaube ich, trotzdem erstmal weiter und gehen in dieses Zimmer. Barbaras Zimmer.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Ja.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Also sie war ein Kinderstar und als der Erfolg, der war dann aber auch schnell vorbei und anscheinend hat ihr das nicht gut getan. Happy Birthday, Barbara. Ja. Und hier auch Zigaretten. Komisch. In dem Kinderzimmer Zigaretten, hier Zigaretten. Irgendjemand hat hier viel geraucht und auch überall geraucht. Das sind 44 bis 1960. Lasst uns mal was sehen.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Mal schauen, was mit Barbara passiert ist.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up, a has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages.
There's a key hidden in the music box.
Oh, okay.
The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him. Right?
Wie cool das gemacht ist. Das ist richtig cool gemacht.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ach nee. Jetzt muss ich auch noch selber da runtergehen.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh, cool. Komm hier, Bitch. Ja, komm hier. So. Mir egal jetzt hier. So. Oh. Ich hab eine Errungenschaft. Sowas hatte ich nicht gedacht. Ich dachte nur, ich könnte mal hier ein bisschen rumschlagen. Oh nein. Muss ich da hingehen?
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Musik dazu. Das wissen wir ja, das war ja der Vater. Kann ich auch mal draufhauen? Ja, komm, geht auch. So, ich hau einfach mal auf alles drauf. Da komme ich nicht hin. Dann hauen wir hier mal drauf. Und. Ja, wir hauen einfach auf alles. Wo muss ich denn... Ach.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear! Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ich habe mit der Krücke einfach mal zugehauen, ja. Also, es war einfach, es hat sich so angeboten. Okay. Wir gehen nach oben. Hey!
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And there he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Ja, da lang, ne?
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Das ist so cool gemacht, einfach nur. Das ist wieder Mollys Zimmer jetzt.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Ja, wenn ich jetzt da runtergehe, ist er weg. Oh Mann. Ja, war ja klar.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Okay, das hat natürlich geklingelt.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Ihre
She
Fans.
saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And
Oh.
with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ach nee.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Wie krass, wie cool das einfach gemacht ist. Unglaublich cool gemacht. Krass. Ich mache erstmal einen kurzen Cut, ja, mit Barbara und dem Comic. Und dann werden wir uns der Spieluhr zuwenden, die wir vorhin schon gesehen haben und auch eigentlich schon mal aufgedreht haben. Bis dahin, ciao, eure Phoenixer.